Well rising to you all. A wise one once said, "The Most High created me at the beginning of its work, and the first of its acts long ago. Ages ago I was set up, at the first and before the beginning of the earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs abounding with water, I was brought forth. Before the mountain had been shaped, before the hills, I was brought forth. When the divine had not yet made the earths and the fields, or the world's first bits of soil. When the Most High established the heavens, I was there. When the Most High drew a circle on the face of the deep, when it made the firm skies above, when it established the fountains of the deep, and when it assigned the sea its limits, so that those waters will not transgress over its command, I was there. When marked with the fountains of the earth, I was beside the divine, like a master worker. And I was the divine's daily delight. The Most High rejoiced always because of my presence, and rejoiced when I inhabited the world and delighted inside the human race. Who is this person making such a profound and deep penetrating statement saying that I was there? This I is not a person. This I is wisdom. According to this old ancient saying, wisdom was here the exact same moment creation began. Wisdom is saying that wisdom was actually implicit with the very fabric of creation, just like the divine is the fabric of creation. Many of us believe that the divine or God has offspring, and some are of an intergalactic fare, meaning that they are bigger and more vast than we could comprehend, just like God is. And if that be true, then one of God's first children is wisdom itself. According to this saying, wisdom is with us all the time. However, wisdom is the thing that is most ignored. We all know that saying that we usually miss, or we usually ignore the things that are right under our nose. Well, imagine how we can miss something that is our nose itself. We live in a world where we could be so easily distracted because the accoutrements of life, the excitement of all of the varied things that we can do can take precedent over the fact that those things are actually fueled and manifested and maintained by wisdom. And it is funny because if we actually take a hold of wisdom, the implicit energy that is behind all of these things, it will be wisdom that will tell us what wisdom is for and what wisdom is not for. It will be wisdom that will give us the insight when we look at something that we want and say, hey, yes, you can go do that. As well as, no, you should stay away. Because here's the thing, wisdom knows the best perception for our perfection. Because all of these things that we experience in life are no more than a perception, an angle from which we receive it and then interpret it as good or bad for our lives. Meaning that there are some things that are good for us that are not good for other people, and vice versa. And it is wisdom that will give us the awareness to know what is right for us. It is wisdom that will tell us that there is no such thing as wrong, but will tell us that that thing that we desire does not fit our perception, and it is outside of our scope of existence that we have chosen for ourselves. It will be wisdom that will guide us through all of life's intricacies, because it is the intricacy itself. It will be wisdom that will help keep us and guide us through this life without as much calamity, without as much pitfall, without as much distress. And it will do so without us even seeing its presence, because it is the presence itself. So take a moment this day and think about the presence of wisdom itself. Think about life itself. Think about how all things come together itself. And as you continue to ponder upon those things, realize how deep that rabbit hole will go. You can continue to search. You can continue to find. You can continue to look. And forever you will be reminded that the implicit wisdom of the divine source is everywhere and simply waiting for you to use it. So allow wisdom to be a part of your expanded perception of life. Allow it to be the influencer of your own best interests. And let it being the thing that makes you compassionate for all other walks of life as well. So be wise. Get in touch with the silent part of life. And live life loudly and boldly, bearing its fruit. I believe you can do it. Here is our affirmation. The light of heaven shines through me and illuminates my path. The light eternal is my guide and my protection. In that light, there is no darkness at all. It is a light perfectly shining from the altar of perfect love. O light and love within me, thou art welcome. Light shines through me and illuminates my way. This is your reminder to self.